Hey everyone, sorry if I'm a little bit croaky at all throughout today's video. I'm currently full of cold, so I'm like sniffling away and sneezing away and sore throaty, and it's all Down's fault because he was ill last week and he passed it on to me, and this whole week I've just been like an absolute little zombie dying since like Tuesday, so pity me. I swear, since I work from home, I just have like no immune system anymore, so like a little tiny bug comes into the house and I'm just like dying. Blech. Anyway, today I figured because I'm ill and I don't really want to do a big, serious, heavy video, we would do something fun that we can just have a little bit of a giggle at. And a while ago, do you remember I did videos on these like SJW dating lists, I called them, as like a little bit of a kind of joke. But basically, they were like these lists by this woman and she was like really picky and she was like, I need this and this and this in a partner and I can offer this and this, and it was just, it was a good giggle, and we did some videos on them. Anyway, I was on Reddit this morning, as I often am, and I found this wonderful, like, I think it's a dating profile. Not surprisingly, I'm not exactly versed in dating apps. I can't tell one from the other. I don't even know if this is a dating app, but I think it is. So we're gonna go with that and pretend it is. Let's just assume it's Tinder, right? And this is like apparently a self-summary. So this is like a kind of about me section, and it made me giggle, so I thought we could have a little read and a laugh of it today. It starts with, I am a Scorpio, so I am passionate about most things in life. You know you got a quality woman right there, you know? If she defines herself by her star sign, which are totally legit ways of defining your personality because they are always accurate, then you know you got a winner there. She says, I am a strong woman who is very independent and realise I do not need a man, but would love the right one by my side for fun adventures and to cuddle me from time to time. Oh my god, she sounds amazing, right? Who doesn't want a strong woman who just wants a man by her side for adventures and cuddles? That sounds great! Except we all know that when a woman describes herself as a strong woman, it usually just means, I'm a bit of a bitch. But, you know, it's okay, I might be reading into this. She's gonna redeem herself, right? Let's just read on. I am bipolar and enjoy my ups and downs, but most men do not. Okay, I'm not gonna hold the fact that she's bipolar against her, that's okay. The fact she enjoys her ups and downs? Maybe a weird way of looking at it, but I guess, I hope, as long as she's getting medicated, then that's okay. As long as she's seeking treatment, that's okay. But the fact that she still clearly has these big ups and downs and she seems to just like go with them kind of says to me maybe she's not seeking treatment. And so maybe she's not the healthiest kind of person to be in a relationship with. Especially when she says, you know, most men don't like it. You must learn to appreciate me being bipolar and like surprises a lot and be able to handle letdowns because there are sometimes letdowns when my bipolar has its downs. Okay, well, you know, you can't help being ill, but again, if you're doing something about it and seeking treatment, then, you know, having someone by your side to look after you and help you get through it, that can be a really great thing. But, just on a personal note, I'm kind of a big believer that you have to learn to look after yourself and be okay by yourself before you get in a relationship with anyone else. And I think if you're at a point in your life where you're clearly having these big ups and downs and you're letting people down and you're doing all these things wrong and you're doing all these things that can really hurt other people, and if you're not seeking treatment for it, then I don't think you really have any business looking to be in a relationship with someone else when you clearly state that it's probably gonna hurt them, you know, letdowns and stuff. She says, sometimes I'm full of drama. In my experience, this kind of translates to I'm a crazy possessive bitch, but you never know. I think I do it for the attention, definitely a crazy possessive bitch. Other times there is no drama. Please be a very strong, solid man so you can handle me. Or you could just work on being a better person. There's that. I genuinely don't understand these people who go like searching out for drama and like trying to find drama and like causing arguments with people. And like, I don't know, just looking for things to get angry about. Like, what's so wrong with just living a nice, happy, content life? I love it. I'm a very difficult woman to date because I know what I want and I get it. At least she's honest about her flaws. It's a shame she's not doing anything to change them, but okay. Most men like being controlled because they are not secure enough to allow a woman to make the decisions, or they are selfish bumholes that think women should be easy and give them lots of special attention. Or, you know, just like women, men don't want to be treated like doormats. That's an option too. Those men are losers, if you ask me. Ah yes, if a man has insecurities, he's definitely a loser. I am a high-maintenance sensual dominant, so successful men that respect women tend to love me. Which basically means if you want to be seen as a successful man that respects women, you have to love me. Otherwise you're an unsuccessful man who does not respect women. If you are insecure or jealous, you will not want to date me. My exes would describe me as loving, kind, and nurturing. Are you sure? Because you're really not coming across that way. They would also tell you I can be a pain in the butt at times. Now that I can believe. I love to challenge men and psychologically torture them at times. Now, call me picky, but I'd argue that possibly they are two completely different things. I love to challenge men. That's cool, you know, start some discussions, start some debates, ask questions. Like, challenging each other in a relationship can be really good, you know, helping each other to grow. That's great. I love to psychologically torture men is not normal or sane or anything that should be encouraged. It's not something to brag about. It's not even something to warn about. It's something that you need to fix, and you shouldn't date until you fix it. I trust and respect submissive men, but I realise they are still men and need to be monitored so they stay in line. Guess if that's what you're into. Men sometimes need a leash. Any intelligent man will tell you that all men need a leash at times. Now, I think this, well, I don't know if this is like a literal leash. I don't know if that's what she's into. But assuming she just means, like, boundaries and stuff, then I guess on the one hand, yeah, couples need to set boundaries in relationships and be like, you know, I'm comfortable with this, I'm not comfortable with this, I'm comfortable with you doing this, I'm not comfortable with you doing this, and, you know, it works two ways. But to say all men need a leash at times just seems a little bitchy. A man who is dominant professionally and very successful usually doesn't have much to prove in his personal relationships and is secure enough to submit to a woman. I guess so. Is this just your way of saying, I need a man who's successful at work so he can be my bitch at home? Is that it? I mean, I don't know about anyone else. I mean, I guess if she's into this whole, like, dominant submissive thing, that's fair enough. But, I don't know, personally, I don't want to date a doormat. I want someone who's my equal, not my boss or my slave. Like, neither of those sounds attractive. Most men are not successful and submissive. Most men love to hate me and will tell you I am crazy. This is very much true. Not something to brag about. Again, this is something to go away and work on before you step back into dating. Sanity and bipolar Scorpio would be an oxymoron. Not something to brag about again, I'm sorry. I like men that like to pamper and spoil me. Chivalry is not dead. Open the doors, pay for the dates, carry my bags. Intelligent, strong men realise that you have to take care of a woman's wants and needs before yours get met. Says who? No, screw that. Like, it's give and take. Like, you do something for her, she does something for you. Yeah, maybe your bags are too heavy and you ask him to carry them for you, and then in return you, like, carry something of his. I don't know, like, it's just partnerships. It's how they work. It's not all women, it's not all women get everything first and the men get the leftovers. Men who expect a woman to cater to them, put out right away and allow them to make the decisions are very insecure and weak and do not respect women. I like older, wiser men. The younger ones, there's too much training that needs to be done and they are too stubborn. Do you reckon this is true of Dan? He's actually 13 months younger than me. That's over a year. He's practically a child compared to me, right? Does that mean I need to train him up? Shall I follow, like, Debbie and Michael Pearl's books and, like, beat Dan with a stick if he goes near the cooker? Maybe if he doesn't go near the cooker. Oh god, this list is teaching me so much. Please have a life of your own. No codependent men. I do not want to have to entertain you. Actually, I think this is kind of a good point, in terms of, like, it's good in relationships for you both to have your own interests and stuff. I think this point is kind of fair enough. It's just the way she words it. My god. No Republicans. I do not like idiots. Yes, because all people with a different political view to you are idiots. If you were to date me, you would be submissive to my wants and needs. With me, relationships are about give and take. What, men give and you take? Men shouldn't need much. They want to be desired and cared about, not cared for. They can take care of themselves and a woman and are good at managing many things at once. So now you've thoroughly destroyed any man's self-esteem and, any ideas of masculinity he may or may not have. Now you've thoroughly, made him feel like crap and made him feel like he's only good enough as a human being and a man if he wants to date you. She asks, what do I have to give? Well, much like the woman from the last video, basically all she can offer is sex, apparently. She says, sensual energy and desire, passion and excitement, and a kind heart. I am a hopeless romantic. I am a loving, kind, feisty dom. So basically, she's trying to claim she's all these things that she's not shown any proof of. To me, things like this in dating, it should be like, okay, this is going to sound weird comparing dating to an interview, but like in an interview, you have to show, not tell, right? It's alright you going into an interview and saying, I'm a team player, I'm a good leader, I'm good at this, I'm good at this. That doesn't get you anywhere. But if you go into an interview and say, oh, so when I led this team of 7 people, we did this and we made this much money and we were this successful and we got this for the business and we served this many customers on this day and then we did this and this. That's how you did an interview, right? That's kind of how dating works as well, right? But more subtly, because, it's not a one-on-one interview. So instead of just saying, I'm loving, I'm kind, and me, no one's going to believe that if you don't show it. Instead, how about you try acting like a kind, loving person instead of a bitch? Just an idea. She says, one of my personalities is very kind and nurturing. She has a heart of gold. And at this point, I'm thinking, is it normal to refer to yourself in third person? But she goes on and says, I have another personality who is a complete bitch. She is very feisty and some men are in fact turned on by my bitchy personality. Again, if you're into that, that's fine. So at this point I'm like, oh god, okay, does she have some kind of multiple personality disorder? In which case, again, I hope she's seeking treatment and medication for it, but is it really fair of her to date if she's not in a stable position? This is what I'm thinking. But it gets worse. She says, men who like strong, independent women love that personality of mine unless they become her target. If they are her target, it's not a lot of fun. People do not understand how I can be so blunt and strong with my words, yet be so loving and kind. I think it's because I have diagnosed myself as having multiple personalities. No doctor has told me I do, but doctors can be idiots too. No diagnosis, no treatment, nothing. She's just using this as an excuse to be a bitch to people whenever she wants. And I find that really disrespectful, to be honest, especially towards people who do have genuine personality disorders. And to be honest, she might have a personality disorder, but it just sounds like she's using it as an excuse, whether it's genuine or not, and I don't think that's fair. One of the things I've always said, especially if I've done something wrong and I need to, apologise to someone, I always say, look, this is my reason for acting this way, but it's not an excuse. And, I think it's good to give an explanation, but it doesn't excuse what you've done wrong, right? You still have to make up for it. And I think that's kind of, the case here. Regardless of whether or not she does have a genuine personality disorder, it doesn't excuse the fact that she has clearly mistreated and upset people she's dated in the past. And that doesn't give her a free pass to do in the future just because she's forewarning men. Sorry. I love kissing and cuddling. I expect a man to wait a long time before I ever consider putting out. If I ever give myself to a man sexually, he must first give to me. What do I want? Your mind, your body, and your soul. I want it all. So she's really not asking for much here. If you choose to message me, I want to know that you read my profile and that you do not message women based only on looks. As if a man would be that shallow. Question 1. If you expect a reply, please tell me on a scale of 1 to 10 where you think I fall in terms of craziness. Can I expand the scale? I will give you a hint. I'm a bipolar Scorpio. So the correct answer is 10. Any intelligent, kind man will reply, with any other number. Okay, you're 11. You're definitely 11. I also I kind of find it weird and rude and just bizarre that she's trying to, like, excuse really inappropriate behaviour by saying, well, I'm bipolar, so I can't help it. Like, it just seems so disrespectful to people who have bipolar and who actually manage it with medication and therapy and, you know, who actually put time and work into being decent human beings and not letting their mental health affect their regular everyday lives. She finishes up by saying, do not call me if you're looking for casual. Men who are on here looking for easy sexual favors are idiots if you ask me. Warning, I am high maintenance. Couldn't tell that before now, thanks for specifying. Please do not be broke. Yes, because a man's worth is based purely on his income. Please note, I expect to be picked up and dropped off for all days. There is no meeting halfway with me. I want a gentleman, a true gentleman who knows how to treat a lady like a lady. Well, I know a lot of men who know how to treat a lady like a lady. I'm just not sure you're a lady worthy of it. Anyway, we are going to end this here. It was just a little bit of a silly, stupid video today. Something a little bit lighthearted and fun, because I'm not feeling too well and I deserve all of the pity, please. I'm sure I look like clammy and awful and revolting in this video, and so I'm sorry. Let me know in the comments, what would you respond to a dating profile like this? Also, things are a little bit messed up for a while, but I want to do my little shout outs in my video again, so if you want to shout out in my next video, leave me a comment below telling me how would you respond to a dating profile like this? Like, what message would you send her? I think that would be really funny to read. Let me know if you've ever dated anyone like this, and just let me know your kind of, like, bizarre stories of the weirdest things you've come across on dating apps. You know, I'm out of the loop now. I don't see this stuff. I don't go on dating apps. Me and Dan are basically like an old married couple who just stay at home and play our PlayStation and drink hot chocolates and stuff. So I don't see this stuff unless I go on Reddit or by living vicariously through you guys. So please tell me your stupid stories and your weird things you've come across on dating apps, or if you've ever left like any kind of embarrassing profile on a dating app and now looking back you're like, what was I thinking? I don't know, tell me your funny stories. I think they'd be good to know, and they will definitely make me feel a lot better and help me get over these sniffles. I'm definitely hyping up this cold. Like, my worst days are behind me now. I just want some pity, really. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and go and blow my nose because I'm feeling really gross. But thank you for watching today. I really appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this, you can check out more from me on the Here and How podcast. There's a link on this end screen. I also have merch available now if you want to check it out. There is a link in the description below, and I absolutely love all my designs, so please go check them out. I'm really pleased with them. Also, a huge thank you goes out to everyone who is supporting this channel on Patreon this month. You guys are all incredible. An extra big special thank you and a hug goes out to Gambit and his Chauffeur, Deshauwn, Mark Dauner, Berg, Rachel B. Royer, Jadeon Sheppard, Pizelated Skeptic, Jaylee Moore, Religion is BS, Sir Michael Moore, Matthew Meinema, Tate D, Gibbs, and Greg Ladd. And to everyone else who is shown on this end screen and mentioned down in the description below, thank you so much. You guys are incredible.